Good evening, I'm TJ, and you're listening to Grown and Dating. Tonight, we're going to be talking about men the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right now, you're listening to Grown and Dating on Real Women Radio. Two of my guests tonight are standing by and ready to introduce themselves to you. Michelle, will you say hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, Michelle. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Michelle. I am a lady who knows a little bit about the good, the bad, and the ugly of a man, and so I'm here to express just a little bit of that with this evening's crew.
All right. Thank you. And Michelle is shy, but she is in the master's program, and we are wishing her well as she embarks on this new journey. Queen, will you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Hello, Real Women Radio family. This is Queen Sarah here on Grown and Dating.
Whoop, whoop.
We're going to talk about some men, the love of these beautiful and crazy and terrible and nasty and lovely people.
So I think you probably missed most of that. I'm new to running the board, and I apologize. So, Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself again. It's live.
It's beautiful.
And it is live. My name is Michelle. I'm here to step in today to talk a little bit about men, what we love, what we hate, and what we want to find out.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Queen.
Hello, my kingdom of beautiful people.
This is your queendom. Embrace
Queendom, yes. It's good. We're gonna talk about men, the good, the bad, the ugly, the lovely, the stanky, the funk, the stuff that we can live with and can't live without, honey. Yes.
All right. Okay, tonight we're going to approach our topic. Really, our topic is men, but we're going to look at them in three basic areas. We have quite a few topics we're going to talk about, but believe me, the love list is longer than anything that we got on this list tonight, okay? Because, well, okay, if y'all could see how they looking at me right now, maybe the love list ain't going to be that long coming from them, but it will be from me. We're going to be back in just a moment talking about men, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But right now, let's listen to Angie Stone. Ladies, I'm so glad you're here in the studio with me tonight. Okay, I want you to think about this for a moment. You love this man. He has done something that has pissed you off. You can't even stand to look at him. Then he come in the room and he do that one thing that make you forget how pissed you are. And you right back in love with him again. If only for a moment, because y'all still got to talk about what it was that pissed y'all. Ever had a moment like that, ladies?
I can't say that I had a moment like that, but if it's somebody I love, I'm gonna get that good. I'm not gonna.
All right. So you're never that man.
I know we're gonna make up. So I'm gonna go ahead and make good.
We can talk that out later.
All right.
Just saying.
Okay. So, all right. Yes, we can put it aside, Queen. What you think?
Yeah, you can. Because you forget. You temporarily forget. And depends on, usually the Osiris's I pick usually have that quality where you just forget. Like, I could never be that mad with you. We are never that angry. It's never that
and
situation.
Sometimes it brings a little extra something.
Yeah.
To that good.
And we're gonna make up anyway, so we might as well not good. If you're gonna make up down the road, just get that and we're gonna make up down the road.
Okay, so good, bad, and ugly. The body, the male body. The good. Just the hardness of a man. And I'm not meaning just the good. I'm saying
doing too much of the
can
most
see this.
on Real Women
You know.
Radio.
I'm talking about just the strength, heart, just his physical body.
His swagger.
Not just that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Find that.
I'm taking that as a good thing.
Do I need to chime in on this?
Please, yes. You
Okay.
got good, bad, or ugly.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. I
Okay.
mean, can be beautiful.
Okay.
The callous of his hands,
Oh,
and
yeah.
how it feels when he touches you or caresses you.
Okay.
The arch of his back, the
Yeah.
the broadness of his shoulders, the
Okay.
way he walks, the way he's looking when he's thinking.
The
And
way
I'm
he's
I'm
looking when he's thinking
when
of
he's
you.
when he's thinking. Well, okay, I'm a nerd, so I'm attracted
Oh,
to
here we
intellect.
go,
Yeah, I
Marcus.
am. And it's a word for that. I cannot pronounce sophist, but I'm attracted to intellect. So
Yeah.
it's the way you look when you're reading a book, or the way you look, or when it's there.
So you hang out at Libraries Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Barnes.
Well, Barnes and Nobles. I'm a nerd. I love my intellectual men.
Okay.
That's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what was the bad?
The bad.
Yeah.
The bad.
So I have a
I
bad
haven't-
from a friend. Okay.
Mhm.
She didn't want to give this guy a chance because she said he got a baby Buddha belly,
Oh.
and so she did give him a chance, and she's been happy because it's working. She almost missed a good thing because she said that was the bad. I don't want that. So, do you have a bad?
A bad.
Yeah, I
You don't
got a
smell-
personal
everybody-
bad.
You
I
gotta.
better-
I mean, if you're not, well, even
Yeah.
the bad. You know.
You can make some.
Call me,
Even the bad, you can make that work.
psychotic. Because I had I'm like, was that really bad? Because
Uh-huh.
that was the very masculine. Sometimes the very masculine and raw part of it is the best part of it, because
Okay.
it's like, okay, this is a man, and this is what happens.
Right.
When the funk is sweet, you know what I'm saying?
That's
I know.
when you love him.
Yeah, when the funk is sweet, you like, okay, you
and
know,
see, that was gonna be my bad right there.
yeah.
That's like if he can go play basketball or something, I want to hug him afterwards.
Mhm.
I must be.
That's love. That's so love.
Because I mean, usually I'm like, okay,
Clean up.
yeah,
Mhm.
you need to do something about that.
I was watching this poem. It's like this artist wrote a poem and they put it to a video. It's on YouTube. It was eons ago, but it was this brother was talking about the way he loved his sister in particular, and it was interesting. He went through all this. Oh, she's my queen, and yada yada yada, and talking about the diversity of her, and she in turn talked about him. And then at the end of the poem, she said, Negro, go brush your teeth, your breath stink. I mean, and it was the most beautiful scene because it was black and white, and it was this ideally beautiful black woman and this Adonis of a black man. And they were face to face, and you like, oh, wow, that is so beautiful. And you like, all whimsical. He said, get up and go brush your teeth. Your breath stink. And that broke it all, but...
That's what a relationship is.
Something of the essence. And the cutest thing I thought about that whole like video poem thing, he had done something wrong, and he stood back and looked at her, and she forgave him, and she didn't embrace him, she didn't hug, but she gave him a look, and she walked off, and like a little puppy, he followed right behind her.
Aww.
Like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I left. she and come on, like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real man move.
That's real stuff.
That's
yeah.
a real man move.
Yeah.
Damn.
I want to do that. Walk off. I just look at you and get information. I know I'm terrible.
Well,
I'm so whimsical.
You know, it takes time to get to that point. You can't
Yeah.
start there.
No. Wouldn't it be great if you could though?
I don't know. I like learning the man. I like learning, what he likes.
You have a lot of patience, don't you?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
The more I care about you, the more patience I get.
That's
Ooh.
important. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. I mean, what's the opposite of that?
I'm like, Lord, give me patience and give it to me now. That's just me. I'm like, okay, I have to get through the seconds. It depends in the beginning. I have to get through the minutes. then the hours and the seconds, like, okay, we are doing this next.
Wow.
I work so hard at just letting it happen.
Yeah.
You know, and
you
it's not
can't
even
drive everything.
right.
Turn off mommy.
Turn off mommy. Oh, I'm in mommy mode. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need to hang back. That's why I'm practicing to hang back, and I can hang back in most situations. But it's like, okay, you feel like you have to know. I feel like I have to know what's going on. Like,
So let's look at one of the other things about men. What about that ego? The good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes that ego is so ugly. Like, we don't know where we're going. Let's ask for directions.
but you know, arrogance can be so attractive.
I said that little piece right there.
It can be so
You
attractive.
going down the wrong way street. No, this is how we get there. That's ugly. You
Now
know
that's
ugly.
annoying. That's not
You
even.
know.
That's like, really, dude, really. But
Yeah, I mean, you want him to be like, yeah.
yeah.
You want some attitude, you
Yeah.
know, some.
Well, I can be a co-pilot sometimes, so you you sitting there saying, we're on this highway and this is how we go, and I see for a fact that we can circle here 3 times. Yeah, co-pilot gonna kick in at some point. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I mean, it's all good to know, and arrogance it can be sex at the same time, but at some point, too much of it is
Yeah.
it changes.
It gets ugly.
Yeah,
It'll get ugly.
yeah, because I'm not about that. 'Cause, yeah.
I mean, that's what Google Maps. I mean, even if you don't, like,
GPS.
yeah, that's what all that good stuff. OnStar.
No, I'm already got GPS on. You saying you know it. I'm watching.
That's
The
it.
map travel as you sitting there.
That's
taking
right.
the wrong way, and I'm gonna let you go like 2 miles and say, "Babe, look."
But the right man, this you're a helpmate. You know what I'm saying? To the
Absolutely.
right man.
That's it.
You're like, yeah, baby, I appreciate that because they'll admit, okay, I need you to help me.
So in that early stages when you don't really know him, you might be like, well, I'm gonna see what this dude about, what he fixing to do.
Yeah.
And then when they show you, sometimes you're like, can't do this.
Because I went on a date with a guy, and we were trying to get to the venue restaurant, and we were both equally lost. I had my phone out. He had his phone out, and we were Christopher Columbus in it.
Oh.
I'm serious. He didn't know he was going. We like, well, you
No,
think we're
they're
gonna get there?
reckoning for the two.
No, it was like, you know what? I'm not ashamed. I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, well, I thought it was over here. I remember
love
it being
that.
over here. I mean, and nobody's ego was bruised.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we like mission accomplished. We got the food.
Absolutely,
Boom.
yeah.
So
And I think in that moment you found out you could work together too,
yeah,
because an experience like that could have. I was involved with somebody once who was just like, I know how to get there. I know. I'm like, okay, we're gonna end up in a ditch or something because you don't know where you're going. You take me once, I can get you back there. But everybody's not like that.
right.
So, what is it about the ego that is beautiful? Not, I mean, strictly like the ego, just, like when you think of a man who and I'm talking relationships that you've been in for a while. I'm not talking about, like machismo, I'm not talking about that, just, he has an ego, he has an arrogance about him, but it's still beautiful.
Well, it depends. It depends on what's the foundation of the arrogance. Like, I can speak on 2 situations where the guy was arrogant. He was very confident. He was very well put together. And perhaps it was attractive. And it was attractive to have women on campus because he was smart and women felt secure.
Okay.
Like, I know you have this. On the flip side, I've been in relationships where the person had a huge ego and the intellect and the security was not there. It was a lot of fluff. It's like, okay, I'm important and I'm big and I have a name, and
puffed up.
and your bank account has 3 cents in it.
Ooh.
And you and it's D's and F's on your report card. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Those are the back end and the front end of that. It just depends on what the foundation of it is.
Okay. So what if he doesn't really have an ego? What if he, like is mousy, doesn't speak up for himself?
Ooh, honey, no.
Yeah.
No, girl.
So that's ugly all day.
Yeah.
And that's and that's different from being humble.
Right.
Because I think humility is a good thing to have, not to always take yourself so seriously. I know a guy who is very smart and has a lot to add to conversations, but he gives other people an opportunity to speak. Because a lot of the times when he does speak, people just stop because they want to hear, because you can tell when people know what they're talking about. So once he starts, so he gives other people.
That's some regal. That's some regal stuff.
That's king.
That's some real.
king.
And I'm over here grinning. I'm thinking about my Osiris over here. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's some regal type stuff. When it's in its consideration is in this being humane is.
Yes,
It's
yes.
humane and a whole lot of other good things.
It's
that follow.
attractive too, ladies.
Yes, it is. I'm over here. Deanna start blushing. I'm glowing. Yes. Osiris, honey.
Okay, now that brings me
Okay.
to something else. I forgot to ask everybody's status. You don't have to. Okay. So I'm single.
I'm dating. In a relationship.
Thank you. Like what?
Yes,
Next, you're gonna be. It's complicated.
I am. No.
Okay.
I didn't hear the third voice yet.
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm someone's Yemiya or Oshun. That's the way I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna keep it like that.
She said, and everybody's in the dictionary who didn't get that. Well, you spell.
I have I'm someone's Oshun or Yemiya.
How you spell that?
It's a goddess.
Oh, I heard.
There you
I understood.
That's an Egyptian
Being
goddess.
cold. That was a learning opportunity right there.
I'm bad.
Yeah.
Because it maintains the sensuality of the relationship. It maintains because that's how we refer.
Well, I mean,
And, you know,
when you
for
broke
us.
it down to me like that, I appreciated
Uh-huh.
that because I see the nerd in you, and I get that. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, make sure that I know what that word
Okay,
means.
okay, y'all remember, when you when a king or Osiris refers to you as his Yemiya, his Oshun.
See, I got the
it's the
Osiris.
power. It's the power or the energy that you bring out in him,
Oh.
and he has named you
Look at that
his
queen.
He has named you the quality of what you bring out
Oh,
of
wow.
him, and that's how we refer to each other
I love
in
that.
intimate situations. Instead
Yeah.
of saying, "Hey, I'm dating Johnny," or
Yeah.
"I'm dating Sarah."
And that really does put a very exact
Mhm.
name on what that is. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that part of
We do it all
you
on
know
Grown
you know
Today.
you know that part in Love Jones, that scene when Darius gets up on stage and he said, "Oh no, hell you got to be Yemi, y'all. No, hell you Oshun," and you talking about the gods of fertility and sensuality. And if y'all, you need to look up Oshun.
Okay,
and
we
when
don't
she
need
pull
the
out,
goddess of fertility, but I take the rest of
but it's
that.
sensuality and all things. Just we grown.
Yeah,
We grown and dating.
we start off
All
with
right.
grown.
The jazz in your left side and the funk in your right. Okay,
All
then.
right.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna sit there.
So, if you're listening, just saying
Amen.
that she's your dessert
I
is not
share.
enough, fellas.
I
Step it
share.
up.
I'm so gonna get it. Yes.
So let's go
having
to
a good
the other
time.
thing that we want to talk about regarding men: the good, the bad, the ugly. Hair. What do y'all think about? He has none on the top of his head. Does that matter? It can be ugly.
I'm just saying, just shave it all off.
Thank you. That's when it get ugly. When you got the little horseshoe sitting up there.
The horseshoe.
Don't be George Jefferson.
The comb over the trunk.
You
When
know-
black men have tendency, don't do that.
I don't understand what that means to them. You know?
There's some men. Now, come on, y'all. It's some men who had a horseshoe and they look distinguished. I'm not like you think about folks. What's the guy named Uncle Phil? He had the horseshoe and he looked distinct. It didn't make him look bad. He could have shaved it off. It did not make him look bad. Ernie Hudson's son.
I can't argue with her, although it did.
You think it made him look bad? Really?
I was like, okay,
Go on,
keep
take it
shaving.
off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take it off. Take it off.
Okay, and we'll set my personal preference. I'm as far left. I'm as far right. I think it's beautiful if you look like Tyson Beckford by the head. I also think you're beautiful if you look like who had some really beautiful head of locks. I can't think of his name. Is a model. He's been on most of Tyler Perry's plays. The guy that was he was the stripper.
I don't know. I just keep seeing
He had this
Huggy.
He's this beautiful. No, not Huggy. Huggy, you beautiful, but not
I love
Huggy.
you, Huggy.
We love Huggy, and Huggy is beautiful, but not Huggy. The dude that's chiseled, and I cannot think of his name. I'm trying to think of somebody else who is
It's
really
okay.
beautiful.
We
Okay,
get it.
okay,
If he has a mane like a lion.
Yes.
Brr.
Okay, Bob Marley himself.
Okay.
Just this
We
head
caught
of
up
just
now.
locks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
This beautiful head of locks. I mean, free form locks. So I said, not the bathroom locks.
It really doesn't
that
matter
glitter.
to me what it is, as long as it's taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
I
kept, yeah.
I really don't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
don't
know.
think however it is going to change how I feel about the man, because if I have my man and my man is balding and like the horseshoe, if I love my man, I love my man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
he have locks and he got a little afro at the roots, I don't necessarily care for that. But
Yeah, free form.
Man, no less. Don't get two hairstyles.
He free form and he let his universe happen.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna love him no less, but I would definitely be like, babe, let me practice. Let's go. I'm gonna be trying to.
Oh, you gonna tighten it up for her?
I would practice.
She gonna be on YouTube trying to.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna change how I feel about
Right.
it. But definitely, like you said, the upkeep is key, and also the fact that it won't change how I feel about my.
But if we were to say in the beginning, you just getting to know the guy, does that matter?
I don't think it matters because I'm not getting to know your hair.
All
your
right.
hairline and all that.
You
I'm
think-
getting to know you.
I like
You think-
that.
I don't think that would have an impression on me when I'm getting to know him, his hair. Because,
Right.
You ain't gonna lose no good dude because your hair.
Thank you.
ain't good.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank you.
well.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean,
Yeah,
as
okay,
long as
I'm
you don't
following.
have
Get
a-
you at a time when there's something else going on, but we get together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
things.
that's not gonna make me not.
yeah, you're not gonna hold it to him like, okay,
Yeah.
yes,
Not,
yes.
Not this, but the longer we together, I see some things that you can only pretend to be something for so long.
Ooh.
Now I don't know. I had to see you. First of all, that's we're physical as much as I love intellect. We're physical first, and I mean when we see each other. So I know for me, if I see, I'm probably gonna turn my head to a head full of natural grown locks or a real clean cut and look quicker. But it won't be just the hair; it would be
Right.
other things. It would be
Yeah.
a conglomerate of he has a nice haircut. Okay, he has nice shoulders. My thing is shoulders. I don't know what it is. Maybe because my dad had broad shoulders, and broad shoulders and dark skin. Because that's how my dad looked. Maybe that's my thing. I don't know.
Okay.
So
All right.
hey,
But if I'm getting to the point where I'm even caring about your hair and all that, I've already got past something that matters. So,
You're right.
the hair
and it's
was
some,
it.
but you know what, Michelle?
Yeah.
Responding to
Yeah.
the question, but if I got past that your hair
Uh-huh.
is something I'm considering now. I'm already.
But I feel where you
Because
come. I feel where
really-
you coming from though. But some women will look at it too. On the flip side, I wouldn't be a stickler, but some women will look at it and say, does this determine cleanliness? Because on the flip side, I've heard dudes say, well, I'm not going to deal with a sister straight up if her hair is not together and her feet are not together. Because if her feet are not together, that means she ain't taking care of some other stuff that's more detailed. I'm like, nah, brother, that might not mean that. She could be...
Okay, like not together as in having a pedicure, or not together as in she got crusty heels.
No,
that's two different issues.
I think it's the crusty heels. They can deal with, if not chip polish, and I obviously see it, but like the bad stuff, like the ashy heels, and
okay.
That sort of deal. I know we don't know nothing.
Well,
nobody in the studio knows anything about it.
Well, we're still talking about hair. We got another area. We're gonna go a little lower. What about the beard? And get that look off your face. We're gonna go even lower later.
Oh, how low can you go? A beard?
Yeah. What about a beard? Let me tell you, somebody put me in a group with beards, and I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that there are some women, just because he has a beard, they're down.
I mean, you have, because, it depends on so many levels, on what culture you're in. I know a lot of sisters that I have rolled with in the conscious community, they like beards because it symbolizes wisdom. I know I hang around a bunch of symbolic folk.
Fine. You doing your queen thing.
And they like, okay, I find that attractive. Me, myself, I'm probably not going to lean towards you because I like Mandarin beards. The Mandarin cut, the Shamar Moore thing happening. I think that's like, what's his name?
Yeah, that's the type of fad going on now.
With the man,
I do know.
I like that. I think it's so attractive.
People who are doing this beard game type thing, it's like
the Rick Ross
thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's all well and fine. I mean, I don't think that I never dated anybody or with the beard that they're growing now, the whole full beard. Anybody I dated has had just maybe the a smaller cut beard, and that's fine. As long as it's maintained, because.
So,
you're so crazy.
Personally, when it comes to beard,
it.
I'm cool. Once again, I like it neat. I don't want to know what you had for lunch by looking at your beard.
Everybody, and I'm gonna say this. Everybody can't do a beard either.
That's true.
Because some men is really attractive, and it does have that distinguished wisdom.
Yeah.
You look wise. Yeah. You look on others. You trying to. I think a lot of these young cats trying to do this Rick Ross thing. I think they need to let that go. Seriously.
You think that's their idea?
I really do think that. And I mean it worked for Rick Ross, but I don't know why it works for him, but it works for him. And you hear everybody trying to be Rick Ross. I think you need to let that go.
Okay.
But some sisters may like that.
So if we could continue down lower, because I had a guy told me, thank you, Tanya. Okay, I had a guy tell me that he had cut the grass.
Oh, Jesus.
So I just looked because I'm like, I really didn't know what that meant.
Cut the grass?
Yeah, he said he
that's what
grass.
It's called?
This was like our fourth date, and he told me he had cut the grass. And I was like, I'm looking at him, I was like, okay.
I'm in the Cat Williams moment. I don't know if I would have told anyone that.
Okay, so
pass the peas, I cut the grass.
Let me give you the whole thing. So when he said that, I was like, I don't know what that means. He was like, this is our fourth date. So now
I'm not at you at the situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I'm still trying to ask questions because now I'm putting stuff together, but I want to make sure. I'm not good at math, so I'm trying to see if I'm adding it up right,
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, because I'm gonna go back to your place tonight, right? And I was like, no.
Okay, this dude had you're not dating him.
No.
Okay, so here's the worst game ever in
Exactly.
life. Because come on. Was that an introduction to go back?
That was like days
by the way,
before
I cut the grass. By the way, baby, I cut the grass. What happened to flowers? What happened to let's watch a movie? Oh, gee, isn't it better ways to get to that without saying? Cut the grass, because I'm thinking you cut your grass at your house. I mean, I would think I'm like, well, that's great. Well, I didn't know we were talking about lawn care today, but I didn't know landscaping was a particular interest of yours.
Yes.
So what you saying?
that's how I was taking it. I was like, okay, he's had a busy day.
I cut the grass. I might need to freshen up, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I digress.
So what was your take on that?
I was unimpressed, and that was our last date.
Okay.
And it should have been.
You know, because it just put my head and it just put me in too many directions at the same time.
That is the
You
weird.
know.
That is has no game at all.
And I'm thinking, you know, so he has decided. We hadn't even had any kind of conversation because I was really thinking, okay, we just gonna be friends because we ain't even talked about any kind of attraction and stuff.
God.
And you know, just to make an announcement, I cut the grass. I'm like, okay.
I'm so glad that was you, and I'm trying to figure out how I would have handled. What? WTF, man? Really? But how do you? Anyway, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all brand new these days, you know.
Clearly,
Well, I just took it because that was like, I think I had been divorced maybe a year. So I was like, a lot has changed. You know, in the 16 years I was married. You know? Like, whoa, it's a different world.
16 years. Shoot, I was with my ex. Ex-husband? 7 years. Real strange. 7 years in just dating. 1 year of marriage. I know. Even the attorneys were like, "What?" But and even
You don't
I
know
noticed
people
the
until
change.
you
You
live
don't know.
with them.
No, but even the change. I'm talking about in transition to dating. Like, this is what they're doing. And seriously, I had to like go and get like a team of panelists, make a male panelist. What does this mean?
Yeah.
He did this.
Yeah.
What? This is 20. This is no for real. I'm like texting people. He did this. Now what? Do I run? You know, because the game has changed. Because it's very few guys that are chivalrous.
Oh my
you
gosh.
don't-
Okay,
you
we're
can't
going to
pick
have to
things
say
out.
that comment right there for when we get back. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, let's talk about those manners. Well, I thought we were taking a quick break. Just a moment. So, before we go to break, I guess we need... So before we go to break, we're going to go ahead and have that manner. We'll start with that manners discussion.
Okay. Manners in terms of like chivalry.
Yeah, because
No,
that
'cause you-
is
it's
part of chivalry, right?
Right. It's
Manners.
the expectation of it. You know, if nothing more than a guy simply having integrity and doing what he says he's going to do, and that being the expectation. A lot of guys don't have that integrity. You're going to do what you say you're going to do, and you're going to follow through with it.
Okay. So
And that's
what?
I'm sorry, and that's the most fearful part, I think, for most women when you're trying to re-enter the whole world of dating.
Okay. So does it matter if he opens the door for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually had my hand slapped, like, because like I said, I've been out of the game a little while, and I'm like, no, queen, this is not what you're supposed to be
All
doing.
right.
You're supposed to be, yeah. And I'm like, good. And I've learned to just chill. And oh
He
boy,
pull
when
up
you
to
chill,
the curb, so you know.
yeah, you're not a chirp girl, you know.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
necessary. I
Yes.
It's so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can just step back, pause, even when
Yeah.
I get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Right.
Yeah. Holding the chair, pulling the chair. I
Right.
mean, you
It
know.
matters. I mean, why not?
Yes.
You know, why
And
not
then
expect it?
I love it when you're paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go to the ladies' room before the waitress comes back,
Mhm.
I know my drink of choice is
Mhm.
sitting there with no ice in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
Mhm.
that feels like love to me. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That means you're paying attention.
Right,
You know.
right. And that's one of my things. If you pay attention, and when you pay attention, yeah, we tearing it
got
up.
excited
We got
over that.
excited. We done told the studio. Anyway. Y'all, we having fun up here.
Y'all
this
hug
evening.
it out. It's gonna be all right.
I love it when he pays attention to something you did not even mean to tell him. Like
Yes.
when he texts you, how did this go? And you forgot you even told
Yes.
him this was
Yes.
happening. Or when they remember your birthday and you like, I hadn't thought about my birthday. I mean, and
Aw.
remember stuff.
Yes.
That's my stuff.
Yeah,
I just
because
like
I
that.
think we do it.
We do
We
it.
we listen to those little breadcrumbs that they put out there,
Right.
and so you can give it back to them. Yes, ma'am. Say it.
Don't expect nothing less. You don't
All right.
have to.
Right.
Yes.
It's a wonderful thing when he remembers.
Yeah.
He hears you when you're talking and he remembers that.
Yeah.
That feeling is so good whenever you just come. It's like,
Especially stuff you forget you told them.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
asking you questions about something you said and you're like, oh yeah, I did mention that to you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, when they become your real confidant,
Right.
it's
Right.
like the secrets of your heart. You ain't got to hold all of that stuff in now.
Mm-mm.
And it's not something that's used against you later as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way to bring you closer. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You can stop cheating.
Yes, yes. I'm having moments in mental time over here. Just,
So we're going to go forth this time and take an actual break. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Real Women Radio, and you're listening to Grown and Dating with TJ. My guests today are Queen Sarah and Lady Michelle.
so many people.
All right, we are back. You're listening to Real Women Radio, and this is Grown and Dating. I am TJ, and we are talking about men, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Ladies, y'all are trying to stay away from the ugly, and I appreciate that. I like giving the men some love.
Yes. You gotta
Okay.
love our brothers, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the work, especially now, it's just not enough love being thrown their way. But
It's not, you know.
I'm gonna do what I can. Well, only one at a time. I'm sorry, but
One at a time is good.
so, ladies, the next topic: grooming.
Grooming.
Let's start with the nails.
Oh Lord.
Grooming, head to toe, matters.
Grooming matters. You heard it here.
Hashtag. We're gonna do a new hashtag, Michelle. Grooming matters. Hashtag grooming matters. Yes.
So, I have a preference. Clip those nails short, please. Just, I know there's some guys you got them really long. Okay.
Why?
I'm a bit of a germaphobe, and I just think there's certain things we can never do. We can never do without those nails. You would never.
It's on nothing in a relationship. Them nails put limits on something.
That's it. That's it. How you gonna get at the friend zone with all those nails?
I just, I just can't imagine, that because my thing, I'm very affectionate. I like my hand to be held. I like to be held, and it messes me up. You got nails, like I feel your nails. Like, okay, nails. Some guys do have lower nails,
Right.
You know, but I mean, ridiculous. Your nails should not be longer than mine. I mean, that's a problem. It's bad for everybody. It's bad for it's bad for me. It's just bad for people.
Send me to the doctor. I'm sorry. I don't.
Why though?
Just no, that's terrible. And then no,
None of us
nails
like
are
it.
terrible.
Even if you got
I'm
her,
squirming.
She, with you, she don't like it.
She's putting up with
But
it,
why
but she
do-
don't.
But why do guys do that? Like, I don't.
I'll have to ask the guys next week.
Who
What's
ha-
up with the long nails?
What's
And
up with the
they
long
probably,
nails?
Probably none of them have long nails.
Okay, clip them.
I mean, like,
You need to cut
And-
it.
if you got some long nails, you need to
finger
cut it.
and toenails, by the way. Okay.
Ooh, girl, that's a deal breaker. That is a Queen Sarah said it best. When I started twiddling stuff, toenails, you have to be groomed. Cause I mean, that's it. Like men, like I've heard men say, it's a deal breaker for women. They feel like women aren't clean. I don't feel like a dude isn't clean. Toenails, but not. Just unbearable. Okay, you missed a trim because you were busy this week.
Right.
Not a trim that you missed over a year.
Oh, no,
Or you
this-
missed over 6
in a
months.
decade.
And I give anybody room to be human because
Life.
You right.
And it's
Yeah,
okay
life
to get
happens.
cured.
It's okay.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to get them
Yeah.
as often as women do, but
Right.
it's okay to get the cuticles cleaned.
Yes. 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 We approve.
I mean, I pay every now and then. It's all good.
Yes.
Do you think it's romantic if you go do that together?
I do.
Like serious. I've seen couples do it.
I've seen it just.
I had a great first date with the guy, and that's what we did. And it was like, I like this dude.
Wow, the first date, really?
First date, that's what
Wow.
we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would take me a few days, cause
Well, that's what he wanted to do. We had,
really,
yeah, we had, we went and got mani pedis, and then we had lunch, and it was like, well, late lunch, early dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
And and I guess it would take me a while. I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but it would take me a while because it's some stuff, I don't want you to see how I
didn't
do
do
it.
his feet. I mean,
I know y'all got them
Oh,
done
okay.
professionally, right?
Yes.
No, I mean, after a while, that's cute. Like, okay, I like you, But because I know for me, like the beauty ritual, you don't need to know how I put it on or take it off. I don't know till I'm Mrs.
Okay,
it's
I'm
just
not-
me.
Toenails and fingernails.
You can't
I
see
mean,
the
that's
real
all
me.
I'm talking about. Ain't nobody trying to go and be manscaping him or nothing.
No, but that's keeping them tight though. I mean, hey,
I'm talking about first date. That's what I meant. Just that first date.
I'm talking about
That's-
down the road.
Okay, now down the road.
Okay.
You do what you got to do to keep it tight.
Yeah, you gotta tighten them up.
Yeah.
That's what they call taking care of your man.
That's
Tighten
right.
them up.
And
I'm
that's-
just giving the lingo for the
That's,
people out
that's
here.
grown women business right there.
Oh yeah,
That's grown women business.
and black
Okay.
women are grown men's business.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's what I already be halfway in point. So what you
So the other part of that, if we are talking about the whole foot, let's go beyond the toes. So I have been known to offer men lotion, and I apologize if it was your man that I offered lotion to, but
Wow.
she said that. I lied.
I would think a thanks would be in order. He looking like Mr. Brown.
Lotion. I don't know.
Lotion.
You know
I
what?
wasn't flirting. I truly wasn't. It's like you getting ready to do X, Y, Z.
You don't
Yeah.
ask. You don't. Well, it's another man's woman. Yeah, I get that. But I never could understand what is the big deal because the guy who just freak out about lotion. I thank goodness Osiris is not freak out about lotion
Freak
or
out in
shea
what
butter.
way?
I mean,
Don't wanna
it's a
use
masculine thing. I'm supposed to be ashy. Not
Wait a minute.
No, seriously.
Is that a Mississippi thing?
I have lived in 3 different states, or have lived in worked in 3 different states, and I have Mississippi, Tennessee, a portion of Louisiana,
Oh gosh.
and yeah,
Guys,
heard
lotion
dudes
is
say-
unisex.
It's
Ye-
inside.
yeah.
All the time.
yeah.
I love that.
Now, I'm proud to say none of my friends or people I've dated have been that in that state of mind. Thank goodness, because them brothers, they will put on some soap and some lotion in the
Here's the thing too. You don't feel that comfortable when you dry like that.
No.
So when you take some of that lotion and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, I'm hydrated. So
Yeah, moisturizers are good.
exactly.
Your hair needs to be moisturized.
Uh-oh.
Your face needs to be moisturized, and your body needs some moisture.
Okay.
Moist. Say it again. Say it again, Michelle.
She feels strongly about that.
She said moisture.
So moisturizer, lotion is on the list.
Now you know I'm from Mississippi, and we
Shea
leave
butter,
all that.
Vaseline,
That's what I'm telling.
This sister
cocoa butter.
Yes.
shea butter, almond oil, eucalyptus
Yes.
oil.
You got
Yes.
a plethora of oils.
That's
to
it.
moisturize.
And guess
And you know-
what? Some of them are even sensual, so you might get
Yeah.
a little something started.
Yeah.
Y'all getting it started. It's okay. Get the good eucalyptus.
There is nothing wrong with getting it
I'm
started.
not saying there's nothing wrong with getting it started. I'm just messing with y'all.
Okay, I'm the only one who don't have somebody talking about getting it started. Like, maybe that's why, huh?
Nah, I'm being cute. We having fun. I promise y'all being cute.
Okay, so before we get to some of the more Well, let's just go and talk about it. What if you get that picture? How do you feel about that man? And y'all know that picture I'm talking about, where he is commando, full Monty. Okay, so the first option is you don't really know him, and you get that picture.
I don't want that picture. I look at you totally different if you send me a picture
Thank
like
you.
that, and I don't really know you.
Thank you.
I'm so serious.
So you're not getting nothing started.
Yeah, no. Lose my number. Bye, Felicia Cool.
Bye, Felix.
Felix, the goddess of farewellness. I can knock on wood, and I thank the Lord that I have never, ever gotten a pick. Seriously, I'm so happy
I
that it's
must
never
look like
happened
a
to me.
chick who liked the pick. I remember the first time I got the pick. I was scared. I thought like the cops were gonna. I was like, you can send that to somebody on the phone? That's legal.
Like,
Yeah, I was fresh out of marriage.
Can I be arrested for this?
Yes.
You should be. Well, not you, but
Right.
the person who sent it. Right.
I'm like, this is porn.
I don't know. That's a turn off egotistical. I mean, it doesn't make me. It's like it to me. It's telling me that's all you have to offer me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
This all you have to
Oh,
offer
and what
me.
if it's a shortcoming?
Oh goodness! Like I would hope that you would have more to offer me, than that.
And then, of course, it was 3 Mile Island. So then I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm like, I don't want.
Don't send no picture. Grown men don't do
Do some
that.
pictures.
Thank you.
That's just, hard to believe that somebody grown would sit there and do that.
Yeah,
Do
he was
that.
grown.
Become little boy if you send that to me.
All right. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Cause it's
So
like,
that's definitely the ugly.
It's not, and I think guys, if we could put an APB on there, it's not attractive. Because, like I said, it makes me think. So you think this is, it goes back to the egotistical guy that think everything is fixed with that.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is fixed with that. Like, okay, you got light bill due. Let me see. This is what fixes it. You
Yeah, take
you
that.
got cancer. This is what fixes it. A Black Lives Matter. This is what fixes it. I mean, it is not to fix all, to cure all, to be all. And what do you think of me? You think this is all I need? Am I not a cosmic evolved woman where
Exactly.
I need a conversation
Yes.
and some other stuff?
Yeah.
Come on.
And once again, if that is all that you have to offer, goodbye.
That's goodbye. This
Felix.
So, on the other hand, let's say that you're in a long-term relationship. And so, I don't know, he took a business trip or something and y'all been sexting all day. Oh, y'all know what sexting is.
Yeah,
don't you?
well, that's different.
It's
an
so
intimate thing.
different.
Yeah,
All right.
It's one
So
thing.
different.
Because I think about military spouses.
Yeah.
And that's a friend. He admitted, I did because we were away and I was
Yeah.
away all the time. And he said, that was our little quirky way
Yeah.
of keeping
Yeah.
things going. I can't knock that because it
Yeah.
wasn't somebody else's, and he
Exactly.
wasn't putting it on Google Plus.
Right,
yeah.
It was his. It was his.
Thank God not
It
on
was
Google
his
Plus.
wife. So you can't get mad what
At
spouse
all.
is doing, and it's
Right.
for your boo or whoever.
Right. So it's all in contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like you can have, like people say with the polls, like everybody's in the poll stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, have a poll. Like what's her name? Tina Campbell. Which one of the sisters from Mary?
Okay.
She put on a reality show. She showed the part where she had a poll, and she said, "Well, I'm married. I can have polls wherever I want to have them." And I'm like, "Amen."
Yeah.
That's your
Especially
husband.
if he's down with the poll. If he ain't down with the poll,
you can slide
take it
down
from me. You
whatever
got a
for
problem.
Your husband, you
Yeah.
know. And she drove that point home. That's my husband.
That's it.
And
yeah.
it's
And
to
really,
each his own.
Thank you. That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
What works for you and your man may not work for me and the man I'm going to have one day.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies. What about the good, the bad, the ugly? Communication.
So important.
The lifeline.
So important.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying if you're not communicating with me, you got some stuff inside of you that you communicating to somebody.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we are social beings. We got to get it out
And
the
that's
sunlight.
when you have
so
a
that's
problem.
my thing. If I feel like I can sense that something and we're not talking, I may
Especially
begin
when
to
we
wonder.
were talking.
Yeah.
And now there's
The
distance
change.
there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like, because, don't, once again, don't make me do math.
Yeah, and it's obvious. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
don't think that you're not talking that we don't know. And it can be flipped to male, female, whatever. But don't think that we don't know. We know when it changes. We know when things change. We know when you're not opening the door. We know when you're not talking as much. We know how you come home and your greetings. We know how you leave. So, yeah, the communication is definitely key.
I actually get teased about. I've been teased about that by friends who I'm in platonic relationships with, and with people that I've dated and dating. You notice everything.
You better.
Nothing gets past you. Yeah, I might be quiet about it.
If you want to keep
I
him,
notice
you
it,
better.
Yeah, I noticed that. It depends on whether I decide to tell you. I
Thank
noticed
you.
that if I want,
Thank you.
if I can, I might hang back and see what
Right.
color wall gonna change.
Yeah.
Probably gave some game up, huh? But then,
No,
Just
that's
keep
pretty
moving.
good. They won't know.
they
Keep
you know,
moving.
hey,
Smart enough
just
to
hang
do
back
it.
and be like, okay,
They
Yeah.
don't know.
For
They don't know
real?
you're doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push this button based on that.
Yeah.
Okay, this let me know to go forward, back up, or okay, I need to come to you straight up and let you know this is what's going
Yeah.
down and this is what's not happening.
They'll let you know.
You
Right.
know, yeah, I hang back and see
That
what's really good.
communication thing is really, that's everything.
Mhm.
I can tell you when I knew for sure my marriage wasn't going to work.
Mhm.
There were other things that I suspected, but when he didn't walk me to the door, like he used to walk me to the door of my car, help me, and he would kiss me.
Mhm.
So I ain't getting no kiss.
Mhm.
He ain't walked me to the door. He stopped.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, dang, I didn't say nothing to
Mhm.
him because he a grown man. He get to
Right.
make his choices.
Right.
But guess
Well, I
what?
did.
I'm on alert now.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about, we had been together like 14, 15 years
Okay.
at that point. So, yeah, early
Mhm.
on,
Yeah.
trying to see what's going on. At that point, it's like, y'all need to just watch.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah, I had a situation like that. That the other person didn't do something that was common. I'm gonna be honest. I asked why.
Yeah.
I said, I like this. Why did you stop? And the response when they did it, and it wasn't okay. I'm doing this because I know this is something you like. Versus, come here.
Yeah.
It was.
But
there
after
was,
almost 15 years and you stop, come
Yeah.
on. I
Yeah.
don't need to have a conversation with
Right,
you about
right.
that, really.
right.
But in the early months,
hmm
Michelle, you're so hilarious.
It's funny.
She's over here watching you. What's in that cup? That's gonna be a new segment. What's in that cup? What was in that cup?
Just a little iced tea. Just a little iced tea.
Tea, baby.
Okay, Kermit is
Just sit-
sitting over there.
just sit
like,
there,
yeah,
Kermit.
Sure it is.
Any Uber drivers out there?
So you let him know, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And what did he do? Did he correct the course? Did he get back on track? Did he say?
He corrected the course in an assuring way. So, so
Oh.
I was like, okay.
That's because she queen
Okay.
and he kinging.
Yeah, and I'm like, and once upon a time, I would have been afraid to confront it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to do things different this round.
Do you want it to be different?
Yes.
Then you gotta do it
stuff
different.
Like, no, I like this because I know a lot of reasons I lost out in past relationships because I was never honest with myself
Ooh.
about what I wanted.
Ooh.
So I didn't feel like I was going to get it. So why even speak up and say, like, I didn't know how important it was to me. And I got fussed at by another mutual friend of ours that the man needs to be smart. I didn't understand how important it was until and I don't mean like, okay, he was, I can't say my ABCs, but it's a certain level of intellectual stimulation
Yeah.
that I know I need.
Yes.
Not that the brother,
Yeah.
I mean, he probably, different women have different requirements.
Right.
He might impress the next sister with that, and that's cool, but for me, it was like, okay, I'm in this dismal place because you're not giving me something I need, and I needed that more than I admitted.
See,
that I needed that.
That's
I
why
wasn't honest with myself about that.
I can only date one guy at a time. Now, there was a time, I date maybe 3 or 4 because
Pimp juice.
That's a question.
because I could get that intellectual stimulation from one guy, but he didn't physically appeal. We didn't have that physical attraction.
Mm.
And then there could be this other guy that, we might can talk about that entrepreneurial spirit,
Right.
And then there was that one who got the good, but it's like, dang.
You can't mesh them all together, so pick your choice.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
And
moe.
there you go.
And then I was like, but that's still not getting me what I want because my memory ain't that good. I can't remember all y'all.
Yeah.
So,
And you end up having, I'm sure you have a brain fart. And I don't know is the form works brain fart? You trying to mesh and then you get frustrated.
I
this one
texted
didn't
happy
do.
birthday to all 3 of them one day because I couldn't remember whose birthday it was. It was just like,
Yeah, we're gonna need you to not
awesome,
do that
baby.
part.
I just want you to know. Well, woo! All right, pimp juice.
that
Okay.
lasted for a moment though because
What's
I'm too old
in
for
your
them kind of
cup?
games.
Wow.
But here's the thing: I wasn't trying to play that exclusivity role either.
Right.
I mean, now I didn't give anybody any details, but I'm sure, dude, like, well, she ain't made no move. Ain't made no move. She ain't shown any kind of affection towards me. I think he knew.
Do you think guys really know? Like, do they know?
You've been hanging out with
Like,
him
we
for-
know this.
You've been hanging out
know
6
this
or
stuff,
7
do they know
months.
this stuff?
You think you hang out 6 or 7 months with a guy and he don't know he in the friend zone? And y'all,
No, after 6 or 7 months, if he don't know,
but
then
he
Some guys will wear you down. I think to a certain kind of guy, I think he has to be a very egotistical guy.
6 or 7 months, queen.
But you like remember this? Remember the movie? I'm a movie person. Remember the movie Think Like a Man? And he was just gonna wait. Guys can weigh
I can't
you
play
down.
them kind of games.
They can wear you down.
Wow.
Seriously,
Wow.
I am victim of being worn down.
Okay.
because there's some decisions that I would not and choices I would not have made.
Okay.
That if this person had to just kick rocks.
So I apologize.
Yeah.
I have thought all this time that he was simple. So he was just in it for the long run. He
Just
was
let me
slow
see.
walking me.
Yeah, and I'm like, because it got to the point, and it's not my Osiris, thank God.
Yes, he would
it's-
be
I'm like-
Osiris if
I'm
it
like,
were.
You need to go away. And this is how I felt initially, and it's like, okay, he getting cuter. I kind of like that mode now. It's like fungus. Bad grown. I mean, can you get penicillin for fungus? You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
it has to
saying?
be the right kind.
It has to be the right kind.
if it's strong
He
enough.
ain't
Okay.
the penicillin kind.
Well, this was just fungus. I'm like, could you go away? I even told my friend, why would he go away?
They got cream
Like,
for that
seriously.
too.
They got ointment. Wow.
You let him know you need an ointment.
Go
That
away.
might get him to go on by his
But,
business. Okay.
And I digress.
So, one of the other things I have on my list is skills. And when I think of skills, I'm not just talking about skills to pay them bills. I'm talking about, like, is he handy around the house?
Is he handy around?
If you had a flat tire, do you have to get out and change the tire? I'm gonna tell you, that was my grandfather's requirement for ownership, for vehicle ownership. You had to be able to change a tire.
Okay.
So I can change a tire, but I've never been with a man.
Who allowed you to?
Yeah,
That's great.
I have seen friends. I pull over, dude, really, you gonna sit in the car? Okay, even if you can't change a tire, you really gonna sit in the car?
I've seen girls pump gas and guys in the car.
See,
I'm just like,
we gotta set our standards higher if that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding that at all. I can't imagine. Well, I have been, but I didn't. I have been, but I was never in the position. Does that make sense? Like, I've been with a guy who was not mindful like that.
Okay.
But I was never in a situation like, okay, I'm in the car with you and you going to do that now. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you getting your rear end out.
Yeah.
You pumping the gas. It's cold outside. You going outside and you going to warm my car up. I don't care if,
Let me tell you, one of my really good friends, she will call her husband. And she'll be like, honey, I'm low on gas. And he'll be like, okay, I'll meet you at the gas station in 30 minutes. And when I say a country mile, he have to take a country mile to come to wherever she is.
In my marriage, that's what it was. When I got divorced, it was still like, dang, I'm on E. It's just me to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When, you know, in the relationship that I'm in now, pumping gas, we together. We pumping gas.
I mean, oh my God.
I love that.
I was with the guy who asked me for the $1 for the toll to go to the beach. Okay. Now, I have to tell you, I don't care if you ain't got nothing but a $10 or $100 bill in your pocket.
Don't ask me for $1.
Thank you.
For no reason. Let me offer it, if anything.
we got to be down the road. Like,
because I will offer it.
I
Even in
will.
the beginning, I will offer. I love to offer. You say, no, babe, I got it. I like that too. You know what I'm saying? But I have trust me, I have no problem with offering.
on stuff like that, we have to be regular now. We have to be like,
but it was just like it just was the way that he did it, and it was indicative of other things. Because it was like he was an accountant, you know. Well, I bought this, so I'm like, dang.
No, so he's splitting the bill. You splitting the bill,
physically, not literally.
but that's what I'm saying. Mentally.
Oh
yeah.
What do you call when you go Dutch?
You going Dutch? We not
It
that
ain't Dutch.
you
We
know,
don't tell I got
guess
50 cents where your 50
So guess what? If you go in Dutch,
that's crazy.
friend zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dutch. I'm
there.
African American, and you are too. We're not Dutch. What is Dutch? We from Zimbabwe. We from Nigeria.
This African, this black.
We
don't do that.
We on this side of the pond. Dutch. I don't know them folks.
Oh wow!
I'm just saying. I got Mississippi. I don't know them folks.
Yeah, you know them folks.
I do not know those people.
Well, then I'm just
So
saying.
one of the other skills I was saying, what about if he, I don't know, doesn't know how to use a screwdriver? Does that matter?
Child.
You know, what if you literally have to call
What do you have
for
to-
someone to come and do, like, you buy a chair. He need, you know, like one of the office chairs that come in a box, and you can't put it together, so he got to call somebody to come put it together.
I'm gonna say this in my father's defense, rest his soul. He did not need to hammer and nail things because it was kind of the Bill Cosby approach to putting stuff together.
Oh.
It was always a piece left, or we just prayed that God anointed the process, so whatever he put together
Whatever
would
these
stay
extra pieces
together.
are, you don't need those anyway.
You know, and I have a friend now. He is great at let me plant stuff, but he'll let you know in heartbeat, man, I can't do nothing with no car. I'm gonna be up at the AAA with you. I don't know what's happening, and I get that kind of honesty.
Right.
This is not something I'm good at, but just you don't know because it's a trifling aspect to it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing self-admitted, like, no, I don't know. This is why. Not that my dad didn't try to teach me, probably, you know, tease me about not knowing it, but no.
I don't know if it's a problem because, to be honest, I was with my ex for 18 years. And, you know, anybody, you know, that I met, you know, kind of just did it. So I don't know.
Skills.
Yeah.
Skills.
So I can't honestly say that I was with somebody who just didn't, and I'm looking at them sideways because, you know, that wouldn't last that long either because I can't be a damsel in distress sometimes. I'm just saying.
I would tell you, when I was younger and single, I would put stuff together. And it's like you said about your dad. If it was a chair, you might not want to sit on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But what I would do, in my defense, I would put it together, and then, like, if I could get a cousin or an uncle or somebody to come by and tighten it up, you know.
Put that,
But then
put
when
the
I got
elbows
married,
in.
it was like, I don't know how to do that. but I was a good assistant.
Right,
You know.
right.
Yeah. Sidekick.
It's and people like to. It is a upside because I told my friend I said I would like to be weak and taken care of. He said no, you don't.
No.
He said no. I said no, really. He said no. He
Even
said
if
no.
you had a lobotomy, you would not want that.
He told me. He said no, you don't.
Yeah.
Like really.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave me a scenario. I said yeah, you right.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I can do all the stuff that's being done. Now,
Right.
don't get me wrong.
Right,
Yes.
right.
But I can so Linda stress really well. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
so
know
I
if
get
they
the
heard
fact that
all of that though, because
you know,
you
not
sort of
one
said
Play a
it
damsel in
yourself.
distress.
Like it was almost
Had
like
a-
a
had a-
beat, but wasn't no beat.
had an out of body experience. No. You messed with-
It goes back to playing the game. What was in that cup?
Are we giving away too much tonight? Like for real?
I love it. They
Our
know.
brother's sitting there at the computer listening to the app. Like, okay, we writing this stuff down.
But don't miss out on
Well,
a
ladies,
good woman
that's
trying
okay,
to
because next week is your turn because I have some men who are joining me
Oh,
in
wow.
the station,
Yes.
Okay.
and they are ready.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're going through some of the same things that we're talking about
Yeah.
tonight, and you know, one of them already sent me his notes, and I was like, you know, I'm trying not to fall in love with you right now, but thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm so excited. One of the guests will be my brother. So
What?
yeah, and he has some comments and some wisdom that he's waiting to share. So I'm excited about that.
Let me make sure my ear is to the app.
Okay, so the other thing we want to talk about is that big, beautiful brain.
Oh man, that's my stuff right
I
there.
have to say, a thinking man. There's nothing, I mean, a smart thinking man. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
It becomes a matter of, like, okay,
Well.
don't move too fast with dude, you know, because
Yeah.
his attractiveness just is off the chart. I was talking to a married friend's husband, and I kept telling myself, he's married, because he was just like,
Brilliant.
yes,
Beautiful mind.
yes. And it's not like, you know, I'm not that chick, and I don't, but it's like his mind was like, okay, step back, Tanya, step away from the brain. You know?
the brain.
Step away from the brain.
That ain't
put
your
the brain
brain.
down. Right.
That's theirs. But yeah, definitely. I mean, attraction.
I could.
Michelle, I love
Michelle is
you.
in the days. Michelle,
She caught up in that brain.
Michelle is in the days. I can go on and on all day about the sensuality of a man who has a beautiful mind.
Definitely.
I mean, a brother that has ideas about
Yes.
the world and being innovative. And you know, just a little side note, they're more passionate. Because they live poetically.
Oh,
you know,
okay. So,
Yeah.
So
That's good.
I was once again. I was. I think I thought I was in love with dude because we would exchange these sensual essays,
Oh wow! Okay.
and it was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm moving. I'm moving to Orlando.
On my way.
I'm like, I don't care if I really didn't care what was going on with him. That beautiful mind and then the sensuality.
Yeah.
It was like, wow. He would send me. I know he would write like maybe 300 or 400 words a day. We were going back and forth. I don't know how we did anything else, you know, because it was just like he was killing me softly, you know, just
Okay, Laura Hill.
in there.
Roberta Flack.
Yes,
Yes,
it was beautiful.
it is.
And then it was like a drug because you're in Orlando, so it's like okay.
It's addictive, and
Yes.
it's a high that is produced no matter what the situation. It's a part of, and I know the audience don't go to the crazy part of it, but it's a part of Tantra. It's meeting on a level of intimacy that's like cosmic. It's like when you do decide to become
It's spiritual.
It's spiritual. When you do decide to become intimate with that person, it's almost like a high.
Wow.
It's like and I've had friends who study Tantra, not the necessarily the physical aspects, but the spiritual part of it. And it's like, okay, like, yeah, it is a high. It is a deep, rooted level of intimacy that's like cosmic. It's like, yeah.
I was gonna say because that part was great too because of
Yeah.
that. It was like it was almost like constant foreplay.
Right.
So
right,
about those
right.
withdrawals though, because y'all keep talking about this high, but
Yeah, the other
where you at now? He in Orlando. Them withdrawals. Let's talk about those withdrawals from all this high. This
Well, I
disease and
have to
Keeping
say,
it real and
right,
real.
because at the same
Yeah.
time, that's part of it.
Yeah,
You
what I had to do was not measure other men by that because that was his skill, his talent,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And it was the same for him because when we both realized that was like one of our talents, it was like, yeah, he was addicted too.
Puff,
I
puff,
wasn't by
pass.
myself.
Because it's like you charging each other.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
whoa, you know, it's like it's the intellectual sitting in the library. You look over and she reading the book, and you look over, he reading the book, and you like yeah, it's the same book. You know, it's the same thing. Oh, he on the beach, she on the beach, he got on a bikini, he on speedo, she on bikini. It's the same
Yes.
level of, you know.
Yes.
It's like you know, she kind of fly with them glasses on tip of her nose.
That withdrawals though.
That sister just said something.
But them
She
withdrawals though.
She just produced some stuff.
Yes, Michelle, the
I'm just
withdrawals.
saying.
Yes. Okay, I had to take myself on a personal time out afterwards.
Okay, because I'm
Yes.
just saying, all that's well and fine, you know, but then it's like we still ain't connecting. So
And
what
Orlando
happened?
is too far to make a weekend commitment because guess what? I ain't coming every weekend, and you ain't coming every weekend. So
You couldn't be exclusive. You like, okay, am I alive?
I wouldn't
talking
be good. I wouldn't be ready for all the good stuff for very long. Never mind.
Change the subject.
Doom. And she digresses. Is digresses the word? Digresses.
Yeah, past tense. Digressed it.
She digressed it did. But
I think we're going to take a
Hilarious,
moment
hilarious.
and let's see. Ladies, we're going to take a little break in just a moment.
and hang out Real Women Radio. Make sure y'all go and download the app, y'all, because we have an app here at Real Women Radio, so you can check out the shows on demand. Like, say, if you miss a show, you miss Grown and Dating, you miss Styles of Behavior, any other shows, make sure that you go and download that app, folks.
Download that app.
Right.
That's right. We thank you so much for continuing to listen to Grown and Dating on Real Women Radio. I'm TJ with Queen Sarah and Lady Michelle. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Grown and Dating. I'm TJ. My guests tonight, Queen Sarah and Lady Michelle. Michelle, do you mind me giving you a title? I just felt like, you know, if the queen is holding court, you must be a lady.
I'll take it.
You got to have some title, so.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, this next item has been listed like in the top 3 every time people ask women, what do you like? Lady Michelle, what do you think it is? That we haven't talked about yet.
What do you like in a man?
In a
what
man.
do you like in the bed?
No.
What do I like in the world? What's the
In a
question?
man. And we're going to take, because even the remnants of that cup got. Okay, Queen Sarah as Lady Michelle controls her giggles.
Formulates her answer.
Yes, I'm sorry. Formulates her answers.
I'm being cute. So what do I like in a man?
What do you think? Okay, because there are 2 more topics we have left.
Okay.
So one of them is like in the top 3 when
Okay.
when people ask women,
Right.
what are the things that you like in a man? And we
Mhm.
haven't talked about it so far. So what do you think it might be?
What?
You're like, what?
what would
Why
I-
am I
what
being
I-
tested?
No, seriously. What I know for myself, what I would like in a man is integrity. I like you to let your word be bond.
Wrong. Okay.
No, wrong. No, integrity. No. Okay.
But I mean, that's a good answer. But
Yeah, definitely. I mean, security. You want a man that's gonna make you feel secured.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I
do.
mean, you want a man.
because it's a physical. And money
You
plays a role.
Yeah.
But it's not like somebody's like trying
not
to dig for gold. It's just
it
you gotta
helps,
be able
but
to do
it does-
something.
That's it. And then fun. I mean, because I'm telling you, there's some relationship where you can
So
just look at
fun
there's
is
no
close to
happiness
it.
up in it.
Him having a sense of
Humor.
For
yes,
sure.
that was the thing. Consistently, that's in the
Yeah.
top 3 with women.
Definitely, because
A guy having
I'm
a
just
sense of
saying
humor?
now.
Yes,
I'm laughing. You
Wow.
ain't. There's a problem.
right.
You
Because
know-
I like to laugh. I'm just
I do too.
It's part. It's important.
And it's the ugly part of that is when his jokes aren't funny.
You need to say a
and
good
he's
sense of humor.
the only one laughing.
Yeah, but I can laugh with him. If that won't be the only factor. I can laugh at a non-funny joke.
You need to say a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because I dealt with a dud, and that joker had a very
milk dud?
a very raggedy sense of humor. Nothing was funny. You didn't get anything. This goes back to the guy not, I mean, come on, I mean, Kiki Ken, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Or you have a good.
It ain't consistent.
Yeah.
Unfunny now. I need to be just you funny most of the time.
Most of the time, or you
All
get
the time you ain't, but I can still hee.
you get some of what Chris Rock was saying. you get some of what Cat Williams or Kevin Hart was saying.
Okay.
You get some of what Sean Jones was saying. Big up to Sean. What's up, dog?
And really, I don't think there's anything wrong if you don't get it on those other times that you admit that. 'Cause
And that's
if
funny.
She get it and she laughing at it. Well, explain it to me.
But to be like a Debbie Downer, it's just not funny and just
Yeah.
be boo. Come on.
Like Sean. Okay, Sean is still doing some things, so he wasn't able to join us tonight. But I don't know. It seems like any topic he touched, I'm laughing at. I mean, he had me laughing talking about domestic abuse.
I
So,
listened to that show.
Yeah,
Like,
so
really gifted comedian.
that's it.
Sean
And that should come with a disclaimer. Don't try that at home. He's gifted.
Yes.
He can do that.
He sure got crazy skill.
But humor is so valuable that you see guys able to pull women who you're like, wait a minute, what? Really?
Yeah. Because you make me laugh. And,
Yeah.
hey, you release a couple endorphins too many.
Yeah.
And it's like, shoot, I'll marry you.
You know, laughed her all the way into the bedroom.
I don't know. It should be a Kiki Ken.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if she has relaxed and got her defenses down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can see that.
okay, you don't think comedians getting some?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna say this on that note. Yeah, I think they are getting their swag on or whatever on. Because I'm gonna say this, like Steve Harvey, you have to admit the man has some swag. He is Mr. Romance. You can see it in him. Even in the middle
It
of the.
took him a minute to develop it.
You think?
He learned Steve Harvey?
I think he's always been pretty smooth cat. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he was relationship material.
No, not.
I think he had
No, we're not.
something.
We're not talking. We're not talking about relationship. We're talking about
okay.
simply just essentiality
Oh, yeah.
and being.
He had that.
He has that. You come on. Marjorie happy. we know that.
But she wasn't happy when they were together before.
In a
'cause
relationship,
she had to
he wasn't the best.
adjustment.
He was not the best
Adjustment
man in
man.
the relationship.
Yeah.
Like he gave roses when he gave roses as the player. Come on, you saw he had the player in him, and it's takes a whole different meaning now that he has his head on solid about that. Plus, he always go
That's
back
a-
to
that's
I'm gonna
a-
go to hell if I get another.
That's some
Divorce.
maturity right there.
Yes,
too.
some grown man stuff.
Wow. So let's look at integrity. I said, we had something else going on, but we can come back to it. I think I agree with you, Queen. Integrity is very important. As women, we got too much going on. Okay, all
do.
of us, we got a lot going on.
We do.
So one thing is, if we make plans for a date, if I'm sitting waiting on you, we got a problem.
Oh yeah, I can't.
If you're supposed to be there at 6, we have a problem. If I have not heard from you, there are too many ways you can communicate with me for me not to know something.
Yeah, it's just right. You can Facebook me. You can get a smoke signal. You can text me. You can. You can. But I have that's a pet peeve of mine, and since I have been introduced for the first time.
That's the ugly gentleman.
I can honestly say the first time that a guy has kept his word, I'm like, okay, I'm used to this, and I don't know where I will go or what the future holds for, because I'm just kind of chilling and letting it happen. But I know now it's like, no, you have to be about it, because it's like, okay, I know what you're gonna do.
Right.
I know what he has set the standard. Okay, if I text, you're going to text back, or if I said we're going to do this, we are going to do this, and if we deviate from that or something comes up, hey, we're going to make our best effort to do this, no matter how hectic our schedules are, we're going to find a way, because I believe that men, and I mean men, do exactly what they want to do, and they make time for exactly what they want to make time for. And if you can't make time, if you can't plan a day, kick rocks. Because that means you don't have time for me. I'm not trying to wait around for that. I don't have to.
And we ain't gonna take but so many excuses. I mean, we might let your first one slide, but that's about all you get.
Shoot, for me, it even depends on who it is. It's like it's the guy who gives the excuse. For me, I'm just gonna talk. I dated a guy when I first moved to Pensacola, and no matter what the date was, he would always like fall through. I'm like, and it got to the point where I'm like, sure. I didn't even get dressed. He was like, well, I'm gonna come. We're gonna do X, Y, and Z. And another pet peeve.
I have been there, Queen.
What you want to do? What you mean? What you want to do? I've only been in Pensacola a year. You should know. You should have a laundry list of stuff you should want to do with me. I'm not going to tell you that you should walk with me on the beach. I'm not going to tell you that you should. We go sit by the water. I'm not going to tell you that. But the brother who got it right the first go round is all I'm gonna say. He, have it together.
That's it.
Come up with. I don't want to plan my own date.
Yeah. Okay. So, what if he's not paying attention? Like we were talking earlier about how, he took note of something you liked. He tucked that away. So, let's say that you are crazy.
I had a moment.
You did.
That is
Okay.
not stylish behavior right now.
Y'all didn't do it. I promise y'all didn't do it. Okay.
Okay, so let's say that Jill Scott is going to be like an hour drive away. Every time he see you practically, Jill Scott playing. If dude don't know you into Jill Scott, dude ain't paying attention, right? And so you see the tickets go on sale, you see the commercial, and you say something to him, and he don't get it.
I'm sorry, my dude gets it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No
she can't
comment.
even- She said, I can't even participate in this because I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sorry.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Keep it up, dude. And that's another thing right there. You have to keep it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to maintain it.
I like something that Will Smith said once about he and his wife, that they put work into the relationship. And I think a lot of times people don't, get complacent. That's a gripe that some women have with men, that they start to take you for granted, like, well, she always cooks Sunday dinner. Well, guess what? She don't want to always. I don't care how much she like cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she want to put it down and have somebody cook for her. She want to put that pot down, put that apron down if she wear an apron.
Yeah.
You know, she wants somebody to cook for her or go out to eat.
Yeah. When that becomes an issue for the guy or for the girl for that matter, the communication is lack. Because you know what I'm saying? He should know that sometime I need to step up and do something different for her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, because at the same time, I would think, me personally, I trust me, I love the door being open, and I love, you remembering, and I love you hear what I say when I don't even say it to you. You just know that I've said it and know what I like, and you're attentive to that.
Yes.
But at the same time, I have to be attentive to you
Yes.
as well. So
Yes.
it's not just a one-way street of me just getting, doing all receiving. Because I absolutely have no
when the
problem
guy's
with
dealing with a quality woman, he's gonna get that. He's not gonna be feeling like I'm just giving.
Yeah,
because he's gonna get in return.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I mean, I will offer to pay. That's, it's okay.
Right.
But, I don't mind being a damsel in distress because, I just don't. But at the same time, I mean, I can see that, and know that, he would appreciate what I have to give and bring to the table as well. And I have no problem with that.
Okay. So, one of the other things that I wanted to talk to you about, ladies, we haven't really addressed that. Sensitivity.
Oh man, that's a plus.
Yeah.
You have to.
Not a crybaby.
No, but just you get it. I think it's a level of understanding, just being human. Like, okay, you need to care about some stuff.
Yeah.
It's some things that should bother you. Lets me know that it's some human under all that exterior.
Yeah, you can still be rock solid. You can be that strong man, but have that tender side.
Mm-hmm.
Because what if I'm having a rough day? What if I've been having a rough week at work?
Mm-hmm.
And we have made plans to do whatever. If you're not sensitive to what I'm going through, then you may say, I still want to go to, I don't know, I love Too Short. I still want to go see Too Short. I still want to go. But guess what? We might need to do something else too, because I've had a rough day and getting hyped like that at the concert may not be the best thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I need a little cup or something. Something in that cup, to sip. I don't know. But you should,
Okay.
You should know. Then, you know what I'm saying? For a guy who knows you, he may know that going Too Short might be just what you need. Baby, we don't need to sit here and mull over this. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like you said,
right.
being sensitive to knowing you.
Yeah.
And, if you all about Too Short, why we going to miss Too Short? You like Too Short and you in here mad over some craziness that's going to still be here tomorrow, or we just gonna go away after tonight. Either way, you need to just be attentive to that and be able to recognize that. You know what I'm saying?
Or not too short, or a man that just know how to soothe you.
You know what I'm saying?
A man that knows how to soothe
he would know
you.
Going there, good work or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I work my behind off all day, and you look down, you see my feet are swollen. You put my feet in your lap, you take my heels off. Okay,
all right, queen.
Okay. Just okay. Here we go. Let me get back to where I'm like grinning. Let me stop grinning. But
I think the one of the greatest examples I ever saw, my grandparents, and I want to tell you, they held hands till they were in their he was in his 90s, she was in her 80s because he was 13 years older than her.
They did that back then.
Yeah, and so she was complaining about her feet bothering her, and usually he was not this guy, but he went and got a little pan, put some water in it, came and told her, Mama, put your feet in there.
What?
Oh yeah, he took care of her that day, and she was just so stunned, But I would hear them say, after being together for over 45 years, you still surprise me.
Wow, that's
You know.
a lot.
Yeah. Even though
That's a
she
lot.
loved, one of her favorite sayings was, I know that man from asshole to appetite, but he could still surprise her,
That's it.
and to see that she was having that moment and like, maybe if I give her
got
this
you.
little foot bath,
Yeah, ain't nothing like I got you.
Yeah. And
You
to
know.
think you can be that old and still be like,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I think really at the end of the day, that's it. We want somebody who is saying and showing, I got you.
I got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it seems like we're coming to the conclusion that the list of the good.
Always.
Say it. She keep forgetting me on the radio, so she over there mouthing and stuff. So use your voice.
The good outweighs the bad.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, okay, y'all are in relationships, so maybe y'all can help me with this. How long do you stick around? With like when you get to know somebody, how long do you, does it take you to see? Okay, there's some good coming. Because I know if you see the bad, you might see the okay. But you haven't really seen. He hasn't really shown you something that put him head and shoulders above others. I'm not asking for personal experience. I'm just, throwing it out there for y'all.
I can honestly say, that first 3 months, you always get some ugly. Now, it's sad, and this is including myself. Sometimes we ignore it. We ignore it for so many reasons. We see stuff happening. I know personally, I've had dreams about detour signs and flashing lights.
Oh, wow.
And I proceeded to be
like a literal
no,
sign.
I had a literal dream where it was, how you had these roads being fixed.
Yeah.
And I had a dream. It was clear as day. There was all these road signs and all these flashes.
One way, and you going the wrong way.
I said, no, I'm just gonna go with it. And the relationship ended up being horrible. He was awful.
You had a definite
He
sign.
was awful. He was the worst, and I'm divorced.
You're the worst.
He beat my ex-husband out. He beat him out.
Wow.
He was awful.
I think the ex should be the worst. I'm sorry.
I know, if it was a Olympics, he has ex-husband beat. He ex-husband may have a bronze if he even qualified in comparison. It's terrible, and I did not just pull away. And I think sometimes as women, we want to have a relationship. We're in love with the idea of being in love, and we stick and stay. Because sometimes we feel like we can change brothers.
Oh, that used to be me. I was Miss Fix It.
Yeah.
Like it's going to take you 15 years to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can do it. But guess what? Now, I'm like, is this going to take too much of my time? Because I ain't got no time for this.
Because I always felt my ability, one of my strongest abilities was to love. I can love you past anything, because in love conquers a multitude of sins.
Absolutely.
And it's the most powerful thing. I said, I can get this brother and just love him. And that's why when we were having that Black Lives Matter discussion a few weeks back, and Jay Samuel asked, as brothers, what can we do? And my answer was, let us love you. And that was so important to me because I know how it is for brothers to be in a situation or crippled where they can't receive love, and it's painful to the person who's trying to give it to you.
It goes back to that sensitivity that they
Right.
have. That sometimes we take it for granted, because you may see him end one relationship and go straight to another. That doesn't mean he got over the last one.
Right.
It's just easier to keep moving forward rather than deal with it.
You get to the next one and get over the last one. Yeah.
Which means that now he's really hurting,
Yes.
And what if the next chick is worse than the one before?
Yeah, because a hurt man who has not truly dealt with his issues is dangerous.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And comment from a
Share.
guy.
You want
No,
to share?
No, he was like so true about men being damaged.
Oh.
Like, yeah, we don't let sisters love
Thank
us.
you,
we
brother.
Don't let,
We
yeah, we don't
appreciate
let,
you,
we
cousin.
don't let that sort of thing happen because we got to be hard. And I don't. I get that.
We need to let them be hard, but also be a safe place for them.
Right, give them their dignity when it blow up.
Because I really think that, especially once you are coupled with someone, he should be able to find safety with you if no one else.
Right.
Don't take advantage of that.
Be his safe place.
Yeah.
But the most beautiful thing is when a brother finds a safe place in you, whether he is serious and he shared that first laugh with you. I just recently experienced that and I'm like, what? I didn't know what to do with it. This is the first experience I've had that's been organic where I feel like this human being is being very honest with me. I'm so intrigued because this is an honesty I have never experienced. And I'm like, I don't know if it's supposed to be 10 years down the road or if it's 5 seconds from now, but I'm learning so much from it. And I'm like, wow, so this is what happens. And it's most definitely, like one of my professors used to say, it's a difference between men and being a male.
All right.
You know, men know to provide, profess, defend, protect.
Yeah.
You know, and brothers in the past, in my past, and even guys I witnessed, don't have a grip on that. You know,
either some childhood trauma, some relationship trauma, unresolved issues, period. Probably should have seen some therapist. And, that's
Now, we don't see therapists. We're supposed to go pray about it and take a nap.
And go to the barbershop. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I believe in therapy.
I'm saying it very sarcastically.
Yeah.
No,
I
if you
believe in it too.
No, God make resources. And psychology.
Exactly.
Psychology is a resource. It is not something we should shy away from. I mean, that's in the black community. We got so much stuff that's black and blue, and we so covered in bruises and bumps. So we can't. We so busy unbecoming.
We're hemorrhaging inside.
Yeah.
But we look good, don't we?
Oh yeah, we fly. We
got our swag on.
Oh yeah.
I counsel. I'm sorry.
But if you can see the inside, you can see that she's broken, he's broken.
Trying to compensate for what and we compensate for it with the exterior so people won't see it. But it's when you that's when you see it the most. And sometimes it's in the most extreme cases. Now on this Maury Povich or I'm serious.
You
on
are
the Maury
not the
Povich
father.
and these other really crazy, like Ricky Lake, when you had these people, they would have these shows about extremes, like the woman would have on weave, but she had weave, her ponytail be down the street, or it would always be an extreme case, like we put on makeup and stuff, or we get cute, but we don't go to the extreme. When you get folks that go to the extreme, it's like, okay, somebody hurting, somebody need a hug,
But it's important too. I mean, we talk about it, the men that's hurt and damaged and, got all these unresolved issues. But at the same time, if we're seeing this and if it's somebody we're really digging or into, what are we bringing? Are we suggesting counseling? Are we, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not necessarily to be with me.
Right.
But if you see somebody that's
you're still
broken,
helping a sister out, though.
Yeah. Somebody's going to appreciate the fact that you were like detouring him, sending him to counseling or to, you know what I'm saying, or having these conversations because nobody's having it with them probably. So even if it's somebody that I'm like, we ain't going to make it, but, I care about you enough as a brother.
Right.
To say this may be something you need to consider.
And I think that really, as a woman, we should leave him better than we found him.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If there's
it's
an
called
opportunity
king making.
Because you know what I'm saying? But it's still, we have to as sisters to know that.
Right.
Because a lot of us, we kind of feel this hurt and this from what they're bringing, their vibe. We're letting their vibe rub up on us opposed to us rubbing off what we got on them to where we're not leaving them better.
Yeah.
But in some situations, I know for a fact, and I'm not ashamed to speak of it, I know sometimes you can't leave them better because they don't want to be better.
Definitely.
Even if they know better. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you going back to what you
Right.
know.
If all
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and this is real, if all you know is your like the men in your family, all you know if the men in your family are a bunch of whoremongers. In other words, they got children over half the county. They you got children over half the county. You're womanized. You
Rolling
misogynistic.
Stone, Papa
You know
Rolls.
you're dishonest. You know you disrespectful to women in your family. That's all you know. That's what you're going to resort to because that's what you feel comfortable with. And real interesting fact, you know, people get stuck in a role like that, in a rut like that, and they're afraid to unbecome what they were because it's like, okay, I gotta face judgment now. So if I have to wake up and stop being crazy and stop doing all this foolishness, you know how we are in our community. We gonna hold you to that. You know, there's no
I want to be
redemption.
forgiven. I
Right.
want a second chance.
But you're not gonna
But
give
I'ma
me
keep-
one.
I'm
I'm not
holding
gonna
that
trust
past
you
in your-
because I'm gonna hold this past in your
Yeah.
face. You know, no matter how hard you work to change,
Yeah.
or even if you want to come out of it, that's why people don't have the courage to come out of it. That's how you see 80-year-old Klansmen. They 80 years old. You hurting and aching. You don't feel like burning no cross. You I mean, you 70, you 60 some years old. You want to be at home, curled up somewhere. You ain't really trying to be in the street. You know what I'm saying?
I met someone who was telling me that they didn't want to go back to their hometown, like to even visit for Christmas, because people just remembered when he was at his worst, and he was like, I haven't been that man in almost 30 years.
And you don't have to be at your worst for that. People can just because
One incident and all your
you
good.
you can just be in a situation like I speak about my community back home. I am not ashamed that I grew up in Leland, Mississippi. I am not because I think I made it, and a lot of the people who made it and out of my hometown, we made it in spite of, not because we had all the encouragement in the world. We just had raw talent.
Yes.
We had it raw.
Determination.
No, the schools were not all that. No, if you weren't cut from a certain cloth, they thought you weren't paid attention to, and in particular, my family, because my dad was in law enforcement, so they felt, and it's the friends he kept that people. I mean, really, nothing was wrong with the people, but when people want to badge you or label you, it's a problem. I'm gonna make you be a problem, even if you aren't a problem.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna always find something wrong with you, and I hate that about my hometown. And I always try and encourage people to leave because it's just that mentality. You know, like, hey, you need to let people. You spend so much of your life unbecoming what people are labeling you till you don't get a chance to be you.
Yeah.
And that sucks to put somebody in a bubble like that.
Ladies, I appreciate you participating in the discussion and being a part of the show. And I think next time I'm just going to bring some wine and we're going to have this same discussion again.
It's gonna be loose.
And
Loose as a
then
goose.
we'll because there are a few more things we could talk about men that we love, you know.
Yeah.
But this is an ongoing discussion because really, as we are maturing, what we love about a man changes too.
Thank God.
Because if you had asked me when I was in my early 20s, I just wanted the good. I'm going to admit that, okay? But now I want something else to go with the good. I want a brain.
There you
know.
go.
I want some sensitivity. I want a man who will rub my feet sometimes. Guess what? You can go in there and cook a pot of collard greens too. I ain't going to be mad at you.
And I want one that
Where
ain't
you
like
can
the
find a
last
man
one.
that
You know what I'm
cook a pot of
saying?
collard greens? You just
I'm going to keep him for myself when I find him, okay?
you got a cousin.
Ladies, once again, thank you so much for participating in Grown and Dating tonight. And next week, we're going to have the men talking about the good, the bad, and ugly. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So you have been listening to Grown and Dating on Real Women Radio. Thank you so much for listening tonight. Have a good evening.